The Autobiography of Malcolm X, Malcolm X and Alex Haley, Grove Press, 1965. The Autobiography of Malcolm X is a book largely narrated by Malcolm X and transcribed and edited by Alex Haley, who also wrote the book Roots, which inspired the widely acclaimed television mini-series. The Autobiography of Malcolm X examines the path of Malcolm X from impoverished child to criminal to prominent member of the Nation of Islam in America. The book begins with background on the family of Malcolm X, born Malcolm Little. He discusses growing up poor in Michigan. After his father died and his mother began a descent into mental illness, Malcolm had to fend for himself. This led to hard work and eventually criminal behavior. In addition to discussing these issues of social struggle, Malcolm also makes observations about more mundane cultural issues, like straightening his hair and working to afford fashionable clothes, though even these topics are often related to issues of race and class in America. After becoming involved in crime, Malcolm was caught and sent to jail, where he began a program of self-education. He describes reading the dictionary and recopying the words in order to enhance his vocabulary and get used to writing properly. In prison, he also gets exposed to Islam, an experience that would shape the rest of his life. After being released early from prison, Malcolm X began his work for the Nation of Islam, quickly ascending to prominence because of his passion and his public speaking skills. He also made a pilgrimage to Mecca, where his commitment to the religion deepened and where he got to see another nation's systems and structures. Although Malcolm X was a popular and respected figure within the nation, his fiery speeches and penchant for individualism also led to tension within the movement. Before the book could be entirely finished, Malcolm X was assassinated. The killer was never successfully found, and some theorize that the Nation of Islam orchestrated the assassination because Malcolm X's comments, in particular some about the Kennedy assassination, had led him to fall out of favor with the core membership of the nation. Of course, his outspoken nature and his commitment to civil rights made him a target for any number of groups. Haley does discuss the assassination in the book. He also, in an epilogue, reflects upon the interviews that he conducted with Malcolm X to generate the material for the book, giving discussion of Malcolm X as a person. The book was a sensation, going into over 40 editions and selling well over 1 million copies. While the book originally was commissioned by Doubleday, they backed out after the assassination over fear of controversy. Grove Press quickly stepped in and had a major commercial and critical success. In addition to the strong sales, the book has earned high praise for both its construction and its social significance. It has also been translated into a number of languages, from Arabic to German to Indonesian. In addition, there have been multiple attempts to adapt the book into a screenplay. For years, novelist James Baldwin had been asked to work on a script. Eventually, parts of the script were published in book form, but it was never produced. 2 decades later, in 1992, director Spike Lee used Baldwin's work to create a screenplay that he successfully adapted into a film. The film met with widespread and significant acclaim, with Denzel Washington, who played Malcolm X, earning a nomination for Best Actor for the Academy Awards. Although it was popular and well received, the book also had met challenges almost immediately from its publication. While the true reasons for some books' challenges can be difficult to determine, most of the early challenges to the book directly commented on the radical nature of the book's content. Beyond the challenges from concerned parents, the book, like its core figure, remains controversial for a number of parties. Not all Muslims have agreed with Malcolm X's characterization of the Nation of Islam, and many cultural commentators have objected to his characterization of race relations as well, though these challenges have been more informal rather than direct challenges made to library or school boards. In the 1990s, There were formal challenges to the book in a number of places in Florida and in New York, with parents arguing that the book promoted violence between races. A number of challenges did result in the book being placed on a list of books that could only be checked out with parental permission, but it was also taught in classrooms across America, and it holds a significant place in both American literature and American history.